Hello guys, welcome to another day-to-day tech video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Vodafone Smart Tab II, designed and manufactured by Lenovo. Before we start the video, I'd like to thank Vodafone for sending this product out for video review and filmflux.net for hosting it. Both links will be in the description, so make sure you check those out. Also, subscribe to stay tuned for more videos like this. So for a quick overview around the box here, you can see the device itself, which sports a 7-inch capacitive touchscreen. We've got our headphones and a camera icon here. Some pretty nice artwork. I think it's pretty colourful, but still pretty classic. And it just suggests that some of the features this device can be used for. So this device actually runs a version of Android 4.0.4 is what it comes with. And that really allows for lots of features, including music, access to the Google Play Store, so you can really play some really good games. And the screen, whilst not being as great as the Nexus 7, for example, is good enough for watching your video content, like on YouTube and films, and also playing some pretty nice games. If we take a look inside the box, there isn't much actually around the box, just some side profiles of the device. But inside we've got our quick start manual from Vodafone. As you can see, it's again rocking the similar styling with the colourful features. It's a pretty good manual, pretty extensive, going into all of the features of the device. We've got some specifications here. As you can see, 4.0 ice cream sandwich, 7 WS VGA touch display. We've got a 1 GHz processor in here. As I said, this device has the ability to use Wi-Fi as well as a SIM card slot, so it can actually run 3G. It has 1 GB of RAM, 4 GB of internal storage, which is actually user expandable through a micro SD card. Has a 2 megapixel camera on the back and a 0.3 megapixel front-facing camera. The rest of the manual is really pretty good at telling you what you can use the device for and how to find your way around the device, especially if you're new to Android. It's got pictures and the wording is very clear. We also have our warranty card, which is here, and our dealer signature and stamp, along with our limited warranty information. So all of that is pretty good. Now to look at the accessories. This device doesn't come with much, or especially the reviewers model didn't, but we have our UK 3-pin charging adapter, as you can see here. Again, it's pretty good size. We also have our 1 USB slot down at the bottom there. The other accessory is our data transfer and charging cable. If I go ahead and pull this out, you can see it's a pretty nice length for a cable, which means you can plug it into the wall and still use it in bed. On this side here we have our USB 2.0 port, and over here we have our micro USB port. So it's a pretty good generic cable if you already have these types of cables lying about. If we take a look at the device now itself, it comes wrapped in a clear packing, which is pretty good for transporting, and it saves your screen from getting any scratches. Put that off to a side for a second so I can move the box out of the way. Nothing else does come in the box, unfortunately, but to be honest I don't really think you need that much, especially to get up and running. Taking a look at the device, you can see that gorgeous 7-inch display. On the front we don't have much, as the Android buttons are actually on screen, including the home and multitasking switcher. But if you can see, there is the 0.3 megapixel camera on the front. On the top of the device, we've got our noise cancellation microphone here, along with our 3.5mm headset jack here, our micro USB port, and our lock, unlock, and power button. On the right hand side of the device, we don't actually have that much. We just have our volume rocker, which gives 2 very easily clickable buttons while still merged into a rocker design. For the rest of the device, around the sides and bottom, there are no other ports. On the back here, you'll see the 2.0 megapixel camera, which does not come with a flash, and there is no self-portrait mirror. Whilst the camera is of okay quality, I wouldn't recommend it for taking any really good photos. It's kind of there for that quick snap, upload to Twitter if you're in the moment and you don't have anything else. You can see the textured back of the device. Now these are sort of little indents. It makes it really nice, and it kind of gives it that golf ball type of effect, but also gives it a nice grip. We have the Vodafone logo etched in here with a nice silver finish. Down at the bottom you can see that the device is powered by Lenovo. They are the ones that manufactured the device and the components inside it. At the top here you have access to the SD card slot along with the SIM card. Let me just go ahead and open this up for you quickly. It's pretty easy to take off, as you can see, and it's only the top portion. Here we have the slot for the SD card slot, and over here, the SIM card tray, and over here the micro SD card slot. I'll go ahead and slide the back on. It is a bit fiddly, but once you've got it on, it is on very securely and it won't come off at any point. So if we take a look, it's running an almost native version of Android. It just has a slight Vodafone skin on it. We've got our passcode lock here. The device running that 1GB of RAM and 1 GHz processor is actually very good for day-to-day tasks and even some more intensive things like gaming. The user experience is pretty intuitive and it's pretty fluid as well. As you can see, we've got access to our widgets on the screen here. This is the YouTube widget and things work pretty well. Going into things like the menu, as you can see there was a slight amount of lag there, but I think it still works pretty well. As you can see, definitely pretty smooth, and it does come with your general Google applications including Chrome and the Google Play Store. And it does give you the ability to obviously download much more from that store. And we're going to take a quick look at the gaming so I can show you a bit of the processing power and how the RAM works and how the GPU works, because someone going for this device will be using it for those type of things, especially considering this isn't a very expensive device, which I think is definitely in its favour. We're going to take a look at the Minecraft Pocket demo. Just quickly, I'm going to go ahead and start the game. As you can see, it's pretty snappy in terms of building the terrain and generating a world. But what I do have to say, actually, quick note here, and you'll probably see it in the light reflection, the device screen is definitely a fingerprint magnet. So if you're looking at this device, I'd probably pick up a screen protector. Once loaded, as you can see, things look pretty nice actually. The graphics are pretty good and the game runs definitely pretty smooth. If I was to just go over here and I can show you, it works pretty well, and the volume in fact is also pretty decent. If we turn it up, you'll be able to hear how the speaker sounds. As you can see, the game does run pretty smooth, and that just shows you a quick example of what the graphics are capable of. Going back to the home, as you can see, there was a bit more of that lag there, but really not too much of a problem. The Google Android experience is actually very nice, and rocking on a tablet with a 7-inch screen is good for multimedia usage. I do have a couple of gripes with the device, however. One of them being the camera. At only 2 megapixels, it really isn't competitive to the competition. It's not really good for much, like I said before, other than the quick snap. However, even doing that, it's pretty fast, but it's really not up to the quality you'd expect on a tablet, and it definitely wouldn't be one you use to take lots of photos. However, the browsing experience and things like that are very enjoyable, so this device definitely is used for a wide variety of applications, and obviously the Android Play Store really does open up what you can do with the device. The notifications is located at the bottom here, as anyone with Android on a tablet like this will be familiar with, and with the expandable SD card slot, it's really good for creating some extra storage to house all your music, pictures, games, and videos, and that's what this device is really used for, multimedia. Other than that, I don't think the viewing angle of the screen is really that great. It kind of washes out the image, but that really isn't too much of a problem because this device is really a sole experience. But in general, it's a really good device. I definitely recommend it for the price point. Definitely take a look at it on the Vodafone website. And again, I'd like to thank Vodafone for sending this out, and Filmflux for hosting this. Stay tuned for some more videos. This has been the Day-to-Day Tech video review of the Vodafone Smart Tab II.